He is script shooter, busting script in your direction. He's a script shooter, enter at your own discretion. Yeah, this script shooter, everything gon' be cool, you know what I'm saying? Long as when knowledge, wisdom, understanding, reproof, correction comes. Just move your hand. Just move your hand. Just move your hand. Just move your hand. Move your hand. Let's start from the beginning. This is John 3 in verse 1. It says, there was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. The same came to Jesus by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher, come from God. For no man can do these miracles that thou doest, except God be with him. Verse 3, and Jesus answered and said unto him, verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God. He like, oh, hit him with the spiritual. He like, oh. You say, what? Except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom. Verse 4, he say, Nicodemus said unto him, how can a man be born when he is old? Can a man enter a second time into his mother's womb and be born? Bro, what you mean, bro? Christ said again, what? He's like, what? He said, verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of God. That which is born of flesh is born of flesh. And that which is born of spirit is spirit. Marvel not that I said ye must be born again. The wind bloweth where it listeth, and thou hearest the sound thereof, but thou cannot tell whence it cometh, and whither it goeth. So is everyone that is born of the Spirit. Move your hand. Nicodemus didn't know what he was talking. He said, oh, how can these things be? But I was just showing y'all real quick. You know what I'm saying? But this volleyball, let's get some more. You already know this two-piece combo, bing, bing, that Matthew 4 and 4 and Luke 4 and 4. Those are spiritual. That's spiritual. I said Matthew. We're gonna deal with Mark. We ain't too far from Mark. Hold up. They don't have to move their hands. Yeah. Matthew 4 and 4 and Luke 4 and 4 say the same thing, y'all. Matthew 4 and 4, he say, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. You gotta feed your spirit the word of God. You just ain't supposed to eat physically. You gotta eat spiritual too. It's like it need to eat the word for the power behind. You know what I'm saying? Let's say Luke 4 and 4 too. Real quick, it's just always a quick 2P. In your hand. So hold up. And it's like, I'm highlighting these as I go because I got this new app. It's saying, Jesus said unto him, it is written that man should not live by bread alone, but by the every word of God. And this was Satan trying to tempt him up on the mountain, man, trying to tempt him. He told him, like, bro, he was talking to him, if you hungry, man, why don't you turn one of these stones to some bread, man? Yeah, man, you can eat, man. You him, ain't you? Yeah, man, you can do that if you him. Yeah, for real, on the for real though. But anyway, Matthew 4:4, Luke 4:4, that two-piece combo, boom. Then I'm gonna show you another time when he hit him with the spiritual. It's volleyball, y'all. We playing volleyball with this knowledge. Hold up, let's go, let's get it. John 2. What he say? John 2:19. He say, Jesus answered and said unto them, destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up. Then said the Jews, it's like, what? 46 years was this temple in building, and would thou rear it up in 3 days? But he spake of the temple of his body, when therefore he was risen from the dead. So it's going to that, but I'm saying Christ hit him over the head again. Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I'll raise it up. I'm telling you something spiritual. So if y'all kill me, I'll be back. Oh yeah. Ooh-wee. Move your hand. Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I'll raise it up. Nope. You ain't know what he was talking about, bro. 46 years with this to see Christ was him. Bro, stop the Joseph the Daddy talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, carpenter blood do not have people walking on water. Carpenter blood cannot heal a blind man since birth. Carpenter blood can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, what did God do with Joseph to make his semen powerful to when God didn't touch him with the ghost? He sent an angel to tell him what's happening and not to put her away. So, just to show you that Christ hit him with that spiritual. So, now let's go back to, now let's deal with Mark. We was headed to Mark. I skipped on Mark, but let's go. So, Mark basically, chapter 7, like, these, okay, we gotta go 1 through 27, y'all, 1 through 23. So, let's go. Then came together unto the Pharisees and certain scribes which came from Jerusalem. And when they saw some of his disciples eat bread with defiled, that is to say, with unwashed hands, they found fault. For the Pharisees and all the Jews, except they wash their hands off, eat not, holding the tradition of the elders. And when they come from the market, except they wash, they eat not. And many other things there be, which they have had received to hold, as the washing of cups and pots and brazen vessels and tablets. So, verse 5, then the Pharisees and scribes asked him, why walk not thy disciples according to the tradition of the elders, but eat bread with unwashed hands? Huh? Verse 6, and he answered and said unto them, well, have Isaiah prophesied, O you hypocrites, as it is written, this people honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. What do you mean, Judah? Let's get it. Verse 7, howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrine the commandments of men. Teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. For laying aside the commandment of God, and ye hold of traditions of men, as the washing of pots and cups and other many things such you like to do. And he said unto them, for well ye reject the commandment of God. You don't want to do what God said, that ye may be born of your own tradition, that ye may keep your own tradition. For Moses said, honor thy father and thy mother, and whosoever curses the father or mother, let him die to death. But he say, yea, if a man shall say to his father or mother, it is korban, or it is Corban, that is to say, a gift, by whatsoever thou mightest be profited by me, he shall be free. And ye suffer him no more to do aught for his father or his mother, making the word of God none effect through your traditions, which ye have delivered, and much such like things do ye. Verse 14, and we had called the people unto him, he said unto them, hearken unto me, every one of you, and understand. This is red, y'all, move your hand. There is nothing from without a man that enter into him that can defile him. Hold up, y'all, let me highlight this. There gonna be some move your hand in. There is nothing from without a man that enter into him that can defile him. But the things which come out of him, those are the things that defile him. Now, I just went to all of move your hands to show you when Christ hits you with that spiritual, they don't see it. They don't understand what he's telling them. So he's telling them what the man eat, do not defile him. But it's spiritual because you know that you will get salmonella poisoning for eating that bad chicken. We ain't even got to talk about it. You know you will get hepatitis from eating out of dirty cups and dirty spoons. So he ain't teaching uncleanliness. What he telling you is something spiritual. He telling you what y'all hypocrites. Y'all serving with y'all lips, but y'all heart far from me. Why? Because y'all worried about washing hands, but y'all breaking the law. And not only is y'all breaking the law, y'all putting the God law aside for y'all laws. Because y'all running up on me about washing my hands. And we squad. There is nothing from without a man that enter into him that can defile him. But you know you will get salmonella poison. You will get food poisoning. You know that. So physically, you know Christ ain't crazy. He telling you something spiritual. Because why? He going to explain it to you. But the things which come out of him, those are they that defile a man. And if any man have ears, let him hear. And when he was entering to the house for the people, his disciple asked him concerning that parable. Dang right. Because it was spiritual and it went over their head. He said unto them, are you so without understanding also? Do you not perceive that whatsoever thing that come out, that enter into a man, it cannot defile him? Because it entereth not into his heart, but into his belly, and goeth out in the drought, purging all meats. And he said, that which come out of man, that defileth the man. From within, out of the heart of men proceed evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications, murder, thefts, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, and evil eye, blasphemy, pride, foolishness. All these things come from within and defile the man. So, with that, he just told you that's what you need to be worried about. This is what you need to be worried about. This is what y'all need to be on like that. You gonna run up on me for this, but y'all doing this. So he say, what y'all hypocrites? What he say y'all hypocrites said? He told them, y'all hypocrites. And y'all say, well, Isaiah prophesied of you hypocrites, as it is written. These people serve me with their lips, but their heart far from me. What you talking about, Joe? He said, there is nothing from without a man that would defile him. They use this to say right here that you can eat whatever now. That is not saying that you don't gotta trip off the law, because even with the passage in 1 Timothy 4 and 4, the passage still say to them that believe and know the truth. Right there, that just puts you on, okay, you believe in Christ and you keep the commandments, and here's the dietary law for these chosen people. But it ain't no cult. This is a cult that Christ was in. If you ain't move your hand like that. But anybody that's dealing with me and my channel, know what I'm saying? I love y'all with the love of the Lord, man. Appreciate it. Y'all can be anywhere. Y'all in a time machine with me going through our black history. So, we just went through Mark 7, showing you that, I'm telling you, Christ is spiritual, because they'll use that word enter a man can't defile him, which means you think that you can eat pork or you can eat snake or exotic deep sea ocean, octopuses, crab, lobster, shrimp, catfish. Like, no, that stuff duck. That stuff not on the list of clean meats. You know, we are what we eat. You know what I'm saying? Your immune system will protect you from stuff like that pandemic. The next one come, we trying to get your immune system straight. Your health, like, why you gonna wait for the doctor to say it? Because I'm gonna show you what God say about that. But anyway, back to Timothy 4:4, man, just to show you, go back there and show you. We went all these places, and like I say, to them who believe and know the truth. So you try to say Paul is the witness, but I showed you that he told you which believe and know the truth. You can't ignore that. You'll want to ignore that as much as you want because you won't know how to break it down, but you know what it means to believe, of them which believe and know the truth. We know the truth that we can marry, and we know the truth on what meats we can eat. So every meat that's on that list that you said we can eat, because it's truth right here, and we went and showed you that the law is the truth. You said our righteousness is the everlasting righteousness, and we know that your law is the truth. And then it said your commandments is forever. All thy commandments are truth. We went there. That was Psalm 119, 142, and 119, and 151. We went there on the truth. Christ the way, the truth, and the light. And he told you, Matthew 5:17. He told, I ain't trying to come do away with these laws. So that's a summary right there. But like, we back to this. For every creature of God plus man is creature, so you know it's discernment. I used to tell people that you could, if you just study the scripture, your life will change. But the Holy Ghost is required. You ain't gonna call Christ Lord except by the Ghost. You have to go through that process, and you start your journey, man. You start your journey, but if you cross me, it's Israel, man. Deuteronomy 28. If you know American history and then Black history in America, move your hand. Deuteronomy 28, that book. Read that book slow. Get you a cup of ice, some lemonade, some water, and sit there and read that and process that. Take your time, because this is going to be life-changing. When you read Deuteronomy 28, eyes watery, goosebumps, all that, like, and you going to know what's happening. That's what took me. An Israelite brother, he sat on the phone 3 hours with me until I fought him with all of the Egyptology stuff I had too. Made as many references to as many videos, and Sarah Susan Seti, Sarnetta, the Hebrew Slayer, all of that. All of that, Shaka Amos, all of that. All of that. And I got home. Y'all. Ray Hagens. I got home because of Deuteronomy 28. And that's all I'm going to say about that right now. I'm not going to steal y'all time. So, 1 Timothy 4:4, we went back to that. And like I say, the law is the truth. Now, I can't do you no justice if I don't read you the law. So we got to get to that part of this, because you say to them that know the truth, and you say our law is the truth, Judah, but where is the law then? What is the law of what we eat? Deuteronomy 7:6 people, the chosen people above all nations, the 144,000, the righteous diet for the righteous chosen people. Many are called, few are chosen. This is the diet for them, because your diet is going to help you live longer. It's going to live longer. Why wait till you 70 for the doctor to tell you didn't kill yourself? You know what I'm saying? You should have been eating this, that, and that. Instead, you ate everything because you didn't have no government. You didn't read the manual on okay, how much voltage should this machine have? How you recharge this machine? How you get it from the sun? How much liquid do you need? Do you need oil? How you gonna not look at that in the manual for the people? Like, this is the operation manual for man. And if you're gonna put it in auto, do it thou wilt, then let it run. But if you're gonna operate it in manual, which is our preference, here's the instructions. Here's the instructions. And that's what it is. So we got to get this Leviticus 11. Well, I don't know why I pressed that. Leviticus chapter 11 is the dietary laws for Hebrew. So, and the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, like right there. If that is not to the people that say we can't eat meat, that right there is what we got to talk about. So, and the Lord spake unto Moses and said to Aaron, and the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Game over. Because he just told you, like, look, I'm finna tell y'all what foods to eat. Covenant people, Deuteronomy 7:6 people, this is y'all diet. So if a Gentile came to you about a dietary, this ain't your business. This ain't your business. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But if you ask, I'm gonna teach you. If a man thirsts, let him drink. Don't ask me at work though. Let's get it. Speaking to the children of Israel, these are the beasts which ye shall eat amongst all the beasts that are on the earth. Whatsoever parted the hoof, and is cloven-footed, and cheweth the cud among the beasts, that shall ye eat. So he told you first base. If it's on earth, it's got to have a parted hoof and be cloven-footed and chew the cud. Chew the cud is, it's got multiple stomachs and they regurgitate their food and break it down real fine, and they don't eat meat. They the opposite of predators, you know what I'm saying? Like, they eating grass and hay and, you know, and that's crazy. Cause to figure out what a horse eat, that and water, and then he'll run for 4 days. Crazy. But anyway, and it ain't no creator, whatever. Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud. So he giving you a list of, because this is going to clear a whole bunch of animals. But he say, nevertheless, these shall ye eat of them which chew the cud. Hold up. So it's 11 verse 4. He say, nevertheless, these shall ye eat of them that chew the cud. Like, because it's going to clear a whole list of animals that don't chew the cud. Period. Point blank. Period, point blank. So, and remember, a lot of animals ain't gonna chew the cud. A lot of animals eat meat. They'll eat something, they'll kill something and eat it. So a predator is out the question anyway. So he's giving you a list right now. Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divided the hoof, as the camel, because he chew the cud, but divided not the hoof. He is unclean unto you. So that disqualified the horse too. Why? Because the horse got the same disqualification as the camel, and it's of his kind. But this is where it's like, dang, I gotta tell you, make your bed up too. If I tell you clean your room, you gonna clean the room, set, make up your bed, and come out and say the room clean. I'm gonna tell you back in your room, like, bro, why you didn't make your bed? You ain't say make my bed. Is your bed part of your room? Yeah. Okay. Why you? So if I say clean your room, why would you think that don't mean make up your bed? Make up your bed, son. So you gonna ignore it. Like, that's how they get off into asking questions about certain animals of a kind, though. If this is of a kind of an animal that's disqualified, because we 2,000-3,000 years past then. These animals get to change shape-shifting because of the regions they in, the food they start eating, they solar pool, they lunar evapor. I mean, you know, we gonna wrap this up, y'all. Come on, y'all. We finna get it, though, but gotta show you the law. You gonna tell somebody what's wrong, you gotta give them correction. You give them reproof, then you gotta give them correction. So, it's like, then they divided the hoof as a camel because he chewed the cud but divided not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And the coney, because he chewed the cud but not divided the hoof, he is unclean to you. And the hart, because he chewed the cud but divided not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And the swine, though he divide the hoof, he be cloven-footed, 2 out of 3. Yeah, he chewed not the cud. He got the stomach of a lion. He is unclean unto you. He got a stomach like you. Of their flesh ye shall not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean unto you. So some people use this to say, this is where we ain't supposed to play football. But at the same time, God told him to make that ark, the tabernacle of the covenant, the tabernacle, he told them to make that out of badger skin. And with a badger unclean to you, you can't eat a badger. You can't eat that. So, but you took his skin and made the tabernacle of the congregation. So, and the swine, he divided not the hoof, be clothed for the, and they carcass shall you not touch. They are unclean unto you. Verse 9. These are ye that ye shall eat in the waters. Whatsoever have fin and scales in the water, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, and of all that move in the water, and of any living thing which is in the water, they shall be an abomination to you. Oh, that don't mean nothing to be an abomination. Hold on, let's get something real quick. It don't mean nothing to do nothing abomination, so what? You know what I'm saying? You unclean or what? You be an abomination, what? It don't mean that. Oh, Revelation 21:8, what it say? It say, what it say? It say, but the fearful and unbelieving and the what? And the abominable. So now, you say back there in Leviticus with that fish that don't have a scale and fin, because abominable means something hateful to God. Now he say, back then in Leviticus, he told you, you shall have his carcass in abomination, which means you ate it, it will be abominable. Here we go, Revelation 21:8, he say, but the fearful and the unbelieving and the abominable, back to Leviticus 11. But it's more abominable stuff, but that's in that category. And murderers and whoremongers, get that back yellow. Murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and liars and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. Bro, the abominable is in this list. Like man and man, that's abominable. Woman and woman, that's abominable. Catfish, that's abominable. It don't have scale and fins. Who scale they catfish? Raise your hand. Alright, cool. So, back to Leviticus 11. I'm moving, but y'all can pause it and go back. So where we at? We down here. You say, I'm telling you. So he had when they say an abomination, that's gonna mean it's abominable to do this. It's kind of like That catfish eat doo-doo all day. We still talking about the holy diet for the holy righteous people. The Deuteronomy 7:6 people. They cannot eat unclean like this. It's gonna mess with your immune system, and when the virus run around, you ain't gonna be able to protect yourself. Some is gone, you know, and it just take years, just like smoking cigarettes. It take years for it to devour you. But you thinking, oh, I ate one smoke, I ate one bad, you know what I'm saying, unclean. It's unclean rituals to go off of. But what it said right there, it say, and all that have not fins and scales in the sea and in the rivers of that move in the waters, and any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you, if it have not fins and scales in the seas. It shall be an abomination unto you. This is going to be abominable. They shall have been, see, and then when you say, you're from here, you would try to go back to what we just said. Oh no, what a man eat don't defile him. Jack, is you crazy? Then what's salmonella? What's food poisoning? Move your hand. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Like, look, it's written. The path is narrow and straight for the Deuteronomy 7:6 people, the covenant people. Like, it's a straight, narrow road, man. You can't do everything. He said you're supposed to be in the world, but not of it. Don't do what Egypt is doing. Don't do what Sodom and Gomorrah is doing. You live there, okay. What happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? Look, man, you might as well just get on up out of there. Because it's about to go down. Now, verse 11, they shall be even an abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have their carcasses in abomination, which means it'll be abominable. You eating doo-doo as a covenant man. You eating a fish that eat doo-doo all day. Whosoever have no fins nor scales in the water, that shall be an abomination unto you. That was 3 times in a row you said that. Verse 13, and these are that which you can eat, and these are they which ye shall have an abomination amongst the fowls. So now we get into the birds that you will eat that will have you abominable. They shall not be eaten. They are an abomination. Bird gang, first on the list, the eagle, and the ossifrax, and the osprey, and the vulture, and the kite. Hear the word, hear the phrase, after his kind. That just cleared everything for 1,000 years that's like this. And raven, after his kind. Anything like. And then the owl, and the night owl, and the cacao, and the hawk, after his kind. And the little owl, and the comrade, and the great owl, and the swan. Now the elder, that's the duck, that's a swan. Don't know what I'm saying? Like, but the elder say the Hebrew he said the translation, what did he say? He said the translation was like the pelican or something like that. So he was like, that didn't even come back as duck or swan. So, but what did he say? I don't know, I'll double back, y'all, I'll get it right. And the swan, so you gotta look at the swan. What's a swan? That you're gonna disqualify in his kind because it's a swan. But like I say, if he said in a German Shepherd, you like, well, you can't eat a German Shepherd, you can't eat a Rottweiler or a Poodle, like we said. So little owl, the comrade, the great owl, the swan, the pelican, the girt eagle, and the stork, the heron after her kind, the lapwing, and the bat. All fowls that creep and go up upon all fours shall be an abomination to you. Yet these may ye eat of every living, flying, creeping thing, these insects that goeth upon all fours, which have legs above their feet, to leap withal upon the earth. Even these of them ye may eat. The locust, after his kind, John the Baptist ate locusts in the desert, in the wilderness, and the bald locust, after his kind, the beetle, after his kind, y'all eat beetles, and the grasshopper, after his kind, eat grasshoppers. What they eat though? But if all flying things which have 4 legs, there shall be an abomination to you, and of these shall you be unclean. Whatsoever touches the carcass of them shall be unclean until the evening. And whosoever beareth out of the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean till the evening. The carcasses of every beast which divided the hoof that is cloven-footed, nor chewed the cud, are unclean to you. Every one that touches them shall be unclean. Okay? So, and whatever so goes upon his paws, dogs and cats and stuff, among all manner of beasts that goeth on all fours, those are unclean unto you. Whosoever touches their carcass shall be unclean until the evening. See, unclean is physical is bad, but spiritually, you don't want to be doing that. Because I'm telling you, y'all, eating unclean is turning up your immune system. It's turning up your organs inside. He gave to these righteous people because he wants them to be healthy and strong. Like people he told Samson mama. You feel me? People he told Christ mama. You feel me? So, ye shall be unclean to you, all creeping things that creep on the earth. Hold up, let's see. You shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the evening, and they are unclean unto you. 29. These also shall be unclean unto you amongst the creeping things that creep upon the earth, the weasel and the mouse and the tortoise after his kind. But dang, like the Chinese people, we can't hang with them, y'all. Like when it comes to the food, that's what I'm saying, because he told you what go on the paws in 27. So dogs and cats, man, that's not cool to be acting us think it's chicken, bro. And that's not cool because our diet, like, it harm the righteous people, man. Upon his paws, like, I ain't supposed to be cooking them dogs and them cats, man, eating them. You know, serving them, you know what I'm saying? That's unclean, man. And he that buried the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean to the evening. Now, unclean to you. 29. These are the tortoise, okay, we did at 30. And the fur, and the chameleon, and the lizard, and the snail, and the mole. These are unclean to you among all that creep upon all that creep. Whosoever does touch them, when they be dead, shall be unclean until the evening. 32. And upon whatsoever any of them which that are dead doth fall, it shall be unclean. Whether it be any weasel or any vessel of wood or raiment or skin or sack, whatsoever vessel it be, wherein any work is done, it must be put into water, and it shall be unclean until the evening. So it shall be cleansed. And so I'm saying, being unclean, you gotta be cleansed for sure. 33. And every earthen vessel wherein any of them falleth, whatever it is, it shall be unclean, and ye shall break it. Of all meat which may be eaten, that on which shall come shall be unclean. He said, of all meat which may be eaten, that on which such water cometh on shall be unclean. And all drink that may be drunk in every such vessel shall be unclean. Getting down here. And everything whereupon any of their carcass falleth shall be unclean, whether it be oven or ranges for pots, they shall be broken down, for they are unclean, shall be unclean unto you. Nevertheless, a fountain or a pit, wherein there is plenty of water, shall be clean, but that which toucheth their carcass shall be unclean. If any part of their carcass fall upon any sown seed which is to be sown, it shall be clean. But if any water be put upon the seed, and any part of their carcass fall on or thereon, it shall be unclean unto you. And if any beast of which ye may eat die, he that touches the carcass therefore shall be unclean until the evening. And oh y'all. Get thirsty. And verse 40. And he that eateth the carcass of it shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the evening. He also that beareth the carcass of it shall wash his clothes and be unclean unto the evening. And every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth shall be an abomination, it shall not be eaten. Whatsoever goeth upon his belly, and whatsoever goeth upon all fours, or whatsoever may have more feet among all creeping things that creep upon the earth, them shall ye not eat, for they are an abomination, spiders and stuff. And ye shall not make yourselves, well, you know, the serpents and lizards and no reptiles, no spiders, scorpions. Ye shall not make yourselves abominable with any creeping thing that creepeth, neither shall ye make yourselves unclean with them, that ye may not should. Man, okay. I'm done right here, y'all. I'm done. Now, y'all said, like, they would have said that what Christ said, see, what a man eat don't defile him. What it say? Ye shall not make yourselves abominable with any creeping thing that creep, neither shall ye make yourself unclean with them. Why? That ye should be defiled thereby. Come on, man. Christ wasn't telling you can't, what you eat don't defile you. Because you know you'll get poisoned. And then right here he telling you, don't eat them insects because you're going to be defiled. For I am the Lord thy God. You should therefore sanctify yourselves, and ye shall be holy, for I am holy. Holy means set apart. Neither shall ye defile yourselves with any manner of creeping thing that is on the earth. For I am the Lord that bringeth you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. Ye shall therefore be separate, for I am separate. There shall be set apart, for I am holy, set apart. Therefore thou shalt be holy, for I am holy. Now, this is the end game on this whole thing. This is the law of the beasts and of the fowl and of every living creature that moveth in the water and of every creature that creepeth upon the earth, to make a difference between the unclean and the clean, and between the beast that may be eaten and the beast that may not be eaten. Drop the mic, walk out, gang. So, that's the law. That's the truth that we went to. And in Leviticus, it still tell you not to be defiled, therefore, twice, 2 times. He said, don't be defiled eating them insects, man. Or being unclean. So that you don't defile yourself. He telling you, for I am the Lord your God. Ye shall therefore sanctify yourselves, and ye shall be holy. This is the reason for for I am holy. Neither shall ye defile yourselves with any manner of creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. To put a difference between the clean and unclean, the beast that may be eaten and the beast that may not be eaten. I cannot make this up. And they telling you, like, you can defile yourself eating the wrong stuff. But he telling them about something spiritual. Y'all hypocrites. Y'all run up on me about washing hands. But y'all been heard changing God's commandments. And y'all doing that list that we ran. So, Ecclesiastes 38, man. Oh, hold up. Cause, and then it's like, you gotta tell somebody what's gonna happen if they don't turn in their assignment, how many points they gonna lose. So, this is Ecclesiasticus, and sorry if you do not have this in your King James Version. It was in there, they took it out. So you see them Israelites running around with a small red book, but my 1611 got the Apocrypha in it. And then this Bible app, like I said, this Bible app got it in it too. So you can get King James Version with the Apocrypha from the Google Play Store. And it's got Enoch, Jasher, Jubilee, but you need Enoch 2 and Enoch 3. And you straight, man. Like between Jasher, Enoch, Jubilee, Old Testament, Apocrypha, boy. That's a lot of knowledge out there. But let's see what's the punishment. You know what I'm saying? And this is the game ending with, because you know you can be defiled. We already proved that Christ wasn't talking about you being defiled from eating. Then we showed you with the law. Now what's the conclusion? He say, Ecclesiasticus 38:15, he say, he that sinneth before his maker, let him fall into the hand of the physician. That's the doctor, and the doctor gonna tell you, man, look, you done ran your blood pressure up, man. Stop eating this, that, and that. But if you was on the holy people, the set apart people, if you was on their diet so that they don't defile themselves, you would have had immune strength. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have they which do his commandments. The proof is in the pudding. Once you start keeping these commandments, he said, if you keep the commandments, I'll pray the Father and he'll come. He said, I'll pray the Father and he'll send the Comforter and he'll be with you always. So we want to get into keeping these commandments, y'all, because I love y'all with the love of the Lord, man. These dietary laws is for a holy, righteous people. Our righteousness is worth 50 rags, but it's still our righteousness to observe and to do his commandments. It's a part of the covenant everlasting, and this is the righteous diet for the chosen people, man. So you ain't got to argue with nobody. He that is unjust, that'll be unjust still. When reproof come, correction come, they don't want to hear the word, dust your feet off and keep it pushing. Otherwise, it's move your hand.